It was really a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mutual.
He is
Very young.
Very happy to be able to meet Captain Traoré and together lay the foundations for a strengthened relationship between our two countries. We are brothers and sisters of the same mother, which is Mother Africa, and we admire the struggle that Burkina Faso has always waged for freedom, independence, and justice. We have built very good things between Burkina Faso and Venezuela, between Africa and South America. Today we have embarked on a new path. Thank you very much.
Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, the short video you have watched. If you are still here, thank you so much. It means you want to know what that video is about. I've shared it. About 300 people has watched that video. I must say I'm so sorry. I sincerely apologize. That's why I took it down, because I was away. We'll talk about that later. And when I saw the video, I started reading some comments through Mambe. Our president is in Mexico, he's in Russia, he's in Venezuela. I was like, what is going on? Internet was bad. So I was drinking tea somewhere to use their internet. I quickly worked on it. It didn't say anything, as you read, that he is in Venezuela, Mexico, Russia, or so. I thought, well, it must be that our president is in Venezuela. But then something is telling me he was invited. The Venezuela president was invited to Burkina Faso. So what will he be doing instead in Venezuela? Anyway, I decided to share it, and I was wrong. So I sincerely apologize for those who waste their time, their data to watch it. It was in Russia, in the embassy of Burkina Faso. It was yesterday that I found out, because I knew straight there's something that is going on that is not right. That's why I took it down. But I got home. I said yesterday, no, early this morning, few hours ago, I work on other videos, and then I understand it perfectly. Anyway, I've worked on the conversation, I will call it conversations, that our president had with the students in Russia. It involved a lot of things. I know many of you has listened to him already. For those of you who are like me, haven't yet, this is what he has to share with them. I'll be back, families. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, comrades, and good morning to everyone. It is truly a pleasure to be here with you this morning, to share this moment with you, and also to discuss certain topics, I would say, of a scientific nature, which are of great interest to us. I am here today on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the victory over Nazism. I think that we have participated in the parade yesterday. Even before that, the day before, we also took part in some cultural events. But from all of this, I would say that we have learned many lessons that should lead us to reflect even more. They should also motivate us to restart the African engine. Nazism, which we thought or believed had disappeared, is resurfacing. The same goes for imperialism and colonialism, which are present in another form and continue to oppress populations around the world. Moreover, many peoples are fighting for their survival, for their sovereignty, to live in peace. And the Sahel is one of those regions where imperialism is manifesting itself in a very violent way. And with everything we are experiencing, I hope that we can honor the memory of all those fighters who gave themselves body and soul and who have gone before us in this struggle against imperialism, against neocolonialism. I therefore ask you to observe a minute of silence. Thank you. Thank you all. This morning we are in a rather special setting, which is a scientific university where many students, the members of the AES, are here to gain knowledge, to learn. And we made a point of being here to encourage you and also to share a few thoughtful messages with you, as always, in the spirit of the pursuit of knowledge. We are going to work to increase the number of students here, but also I have discussed with them, we hope that these universities, such as this chemical university and the University of Radio Technology, can be replicated in our country so that we can train more students and that we can cooperate and have them send instructors to us so that we can have major laboratories and great universities. Our cooperation with Russia will be based more on education. The transfer of knowledge will not be a cooperation where we are there asking for help, asking for support in financial or economic matters, and so on. We are not here for that. We are here to cooperate more in the field of knowledge and expertise. It's much more scientific. And you, present here in this scientific university, I admire you greatly because normally you should be learning and practicing science, chemistry, and radio engineering. This is what we need today in order to develop. I will give you a few examples during my speech to illustrate my point. Here we are at Mendeleev University. Everyone who has taken science courses has studied Mendeleev. And I'm going to share a little anecdote with you. During my school years, there were people who don't like certain subjects and who can't manage to learn certain things. So when they can't do it, they're sometimes nicknamed after the scientist who invented that particular thing. For example, we had people who were called Pavlov, and we also had people who were called Mendeleev as well. The one we called Mendeleev, for instance, would always ask why Mendeleev created that table. It's to create problems for us. You see, he has to work on a table, but he doesn't know why he has to study it. Which means that if he doesn't practice, he doesn't understand the usefulness of Mendeleev's periodic table. So why do I say this? Cooperation is very important so that we can actually practice. It's the same thing with chemical equations that we spend so much time balancing, since I would say high school. We're really good when, on paper, we're told to balance a chemical equation. We do it. when, in thermodynamics, we're asked to calculate the standard enthalpy of formation of a substance, we do it. But in practice, what do we actually do? Has anyone ever, for example, taken the time to illustrate a nucleus, say hydrogens, and shown me what happens if you remove an electron, or what happens if you add an electron? I never got that kind of practical illustration. Hydrochloric acid, ever since high school, we've been made to do chemical reactions with it on paper. But I've never actually handled hydrochloric acid or carried out a real experiment with it. This just goes to show you how important hands-on practice is and how much we lack laboratories for practical work in our countries. And you shouldn't become the kind of theorist that I am. That's why we want to replicate this kind of university back home, so that our young people studying scientific subjects can get practical experience, and so that they don't end up being just theorists and are not just theorists. A lot of things around us are about the chemistry of materials. And the world even started with that. This table that Mendeleev created, I think that all of science is based on it. But it's practical experience that allows you to move beyond being just a theorist and to create something tangible that can be useful to society, and that contributes a lot to the economy of our countries. Without you even realizing it, let me give you a few examples. You see, we import a lot of iron, for example, from all over the world. That's what we call galvanized iron. And you know very well, you chemists here, that it's nothing more than an electrolysis reaction. So why can't we do it ourselves, right here at home? We have to pay for galvanized iron from China or Europe, from all over the world. For example, we're at war. We pay for equipment, we pay for ammunition, weapons, and everything else. And when I talk to you about munitions, explosives, and all that, Mali produces cotton, Burkina produces it, Niger produces it, but you know very well that it's the cellulose from cotton that's processed to make gunpowder and explosives. Why can't we succeed with iron? Because we don't have practical chemistry. Even for the armor plating of vehicles. Yesterday, I saw many vehicles parading on Red Square, from T-34s to modern vehicles. Armor plating has evolved. What is armor plating? It's a type of steel, and it's through chemistry that people understood that by adding a certain amount of carbon to iron and so on, you can create a special kind of steel. It's a matter of practice. We know how to do the chemical equations. We know very well that if you add a certain amount of carbon to iron, it gives you steel and so on. But in practice, are we able to actually create the armor plating? No. And yet, we're at war. And it's chemistry that allows us to do it as well. In the same vein, you can see all the types of missiles that the Russian Federation is able to develop. And the latest one is Oresnik, which is making the whole world tremble. Who wouldn't want to have it? But just the fuel for any kind of missile, that's chemistry. Are we actually able to figure out how to create this fuel and try to build an engine to propel a rocket or a missile? There are so many examples that we couldn't possibly finish listing them all, but this is just to tell you that you are lucky to be here, I would say, at the very birthplace of chemistry and mathematics. Because in Russia there have been scholars in these fields, whether it's physics, chemistry, or mathematics. But as the representative said, history has been distorted, and we've been led to believe that Russians are not strong in certain fields. It's others, the ones who write history, who claim to be strong in everything. But I think today, history shows us that all of that is false. There truly are scholars. The origin is here. The proof is Mendeleev, who created this table that summarizes matter, and he's Russian. So take advantage and learn. Learn in a practical way so that it benefits our countries. When a country is weak, it is doomed to disappear in this predatory world. We need to be strong. And today, the countries that are nuclear are strong. They never lose a war. But the nuclear bomb, you've all studied atomic science, that's for sure. They tell you it's a neutron that hits a nucleus, which splits and releases energy. We know the equation, but how do you even enrich to change the isotope? How do you approach this situation? Anakari doing, chairman, buddy? As an experienced and knowledgeable ex-member, you have faced similar challenges before and know how to handle them with confidence and skill. The homeland or death, you are here. The homeland or death, you are here. The homeland or death, you are here. We have young talents in the country, inventors and scientists as well. They manage to create certain things, but they often lack the mathematical knowledge to improve, update, and be able to have a unique formula for what they do. And I think that wanting to duplicate these universities in Burkina Faso and making sure that everything necessary is available for young people to learn is a very good thing. And so we will continue to strengthen cooperation with Russia, especially in the area of scientific and educational exchanges. And that is the foundation of development. And now perhaps I will give you some advice that should guide you here. I think Africa is the cradle of humanity, but Africa has a lot of catching up to do. It's not impossible. It is very possible. You live here, you see everything I see. And it is entirely possible in our countries as well. You have to believe, you have to work hard. And I urge you to be model citizens here, to respect the rules and laws of the country that is hosting you, to be examples of integrity, to show solidarity, to be the kind of Africans we want to see out in the world. The discipline and order you see here, you should be able to demonstrate even more. So, be supportive of one another, learn well, and focus on what matters most. We need you, and we hope that very soon you will come and create what we dream of for future generations, and teach those generations what you have learned so that they can be better than you. Everyone hopes that the generations to come will be better than us. I am counting on you to learn and to come and pass on your knowledge. In any case, stay focused. Imperialism continues its actions, but divide and rule must not work on us anymore. You should have understood everything. Stay focused. The struggle continues. And the struggle will always continue until the final victory, which we will celebrate here one day. Homeland or death. Thank you very much.
Homeland or death.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. Yes, a lot he has said in that 30 minutes video or 30 minutes speech that he gave to the young ones that are having training in Russia. Many of us are wondering sometimes that they are taking a lot from these countries and they have to develop their own. This is the agenda, science and technology, everything. They have to learn it, learn how to do it themselves, because we have been playing that game for years and years. They will do it, even our own resources, go and change it and do whatever they want to do with it, bring it back. Sometimes we don't even know what is in it. I'm talking about food and other resources that has been taken and redo and bring it back. We need to learn how to do other things ourselves. When the machines come, there should be somebody who will be able to fix them, put them together. If there's something wrong in it, if there's spy things in it, yes, you have to think far. Sometimes you can't trust people 100%. I mean, I'm talking deep here, because sometimes your best friend can become your worst enemy. That's what I mean. And so for them to learn all that, they will bring that knowledge back, teach the ones that are here who do not have the opportunity. But you heard him, they're going to increase amount of students that will be going to study. It's not only Russia that they are studying in China as well. And there's a video I prepared before leaving. I'll be back to share it with you later, because this one will be too long. Thank you. I'm so grateful for still being here. And we are growing. We are growing. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you are new here, if I haven't said that yet, my name is Mambi. Returning families, my new ones, those who are passing by, thank you so much. My members, my VIPs, my kids and queens, thank you. God bless you all. Please pardon me, forgive me. Hopefully it won't happen again. But through that mistake, I managed to relax because I was stressed. I want to know what is going on. Internet was no good, like I said, and I couldn't concentrate on resting. But after I made that mistake, I thought, okay, that's it. Let me just rest. And when I come back, whatever happens, happy. So it was bad on my side, but it has helped me to concentrate on myself. That's selfish, but it is what it is. I'm back and get ready. Please get ready. See you soon. Credit to BF1 Faso 7 RTB News. I will see you from this. Bye bye.